Hi, guys, and welcome to the Ky's Corner podcast. I am your host, Ky Bologna, and I am so excited to have you here today. This has been a really interesting week for me. Good morning, if we would. I like how I say that when it's like literally 8 p.m. Honestly, I feel like I got my butt kicked, and like, I don't, I don't know. I don't know how I'm here. I just know that I am making it through. I just feel like it's been one thing after another, and like my ass is getting kicked. And you know what? That's okay. It is what it is. And like, honestly, I think like for me, something that's like such a big part of growing up and like as I get older, like my birthday's not soon, but like it is next month. So it's kind of soon. And like, you know, I'm like about to be 23. And like, yeah, 23 isn't old. Like, I'm not saying I'm old or any like in that way, but I am just saying that like, I feel like I have such a new perspective on life. And like every year and every like chapter of my life, I feel like my perspective just changes and changes. And like, it is such a wonderful thing. And like, there are so many things that I thought were so normal for so long in my life, or that I thought were like okay or like good behaviors. And like, they're not. And like, there are so many things that I used to do that like I see these people around me doing, and I'm like, oh, like I get it now. And like, everyone always says that like your frontal lobe technically develops when you're 25. And like, I feel like every time I get closer to that age, it's just like such a crazy thing. Cause like, I can think back to when I was like 14 and 15, and everyone would be like, oh, by the time you get out of high school, it just like flies. Girl, I've been out of high school for 5 years. Girl, I'm about to be 23. This is absolutely insane. And like, honestly, I love it. Like, it makes me feel incredible. And it's like, I think life is such an awesome thing because, like, we all have so many choices. Like, there are so many choices to choose from. And, like, I am really fortunate to, like, have so many options, you know? I have so many options, and, like, I'm still so young. I, like, can choose, and, like, I feel like I'm really fortunate because, like, I'm kind of a free spirit, and, like, I, like, do have a lot of these traits that I've never had in my entire life. For anyone who knows me in real life, or like I feel like you guys know me actually pretty well, and like if you guys have been on the channel long enough, that like you guys know I like to talk. I love to talk. I do kind of love the sound of my own voice, and like I just love to be a kinetic energy in this world where like I feel like there's not enough happening, and like I really like to be this like positive force. And like I will never forget one time somebody described me as a pink whirlwind of chaos, and I really liked that, and I will forever remember that. And it's like, I think it's such a luxury to like be this person. And it's like, it's taken me so much work, and it's taken me so much aging, and like good wine or nice cheese, like we age with time and usually become better. And like, that's such a wonderful thing. Like, I was never a planner. Like, I never used to plan anything. And I'm not saying that like I'm the world's best planner. I can spreadsheet anything. Personally, I hate a spreadsheet, actually. I like a list. I'm a list kind of a guy. But like, you know, like, I'm not the world's biggest planner. I'm not the best planner there's ever been. But, like, if I want to go on vacation, I'm going to plan that. I, like, just put all my time in requests at work for, like, 3 months ahead. I'm like, I've actually never felt more on top of it. Like, this year, I went through my calendar, and, like, I went through all the concert venues like I really like to go to, and saw what they were up to, and like put all that in my calendar. And it's like everyone else that I'm interested in, I've just like been keeping up to date with. And like, I just feel like I'm getting really good at time management. And I feel like I'm really good at sectioning off my time. And I do feel like I'm a really busy person. And I really like that. It's something I've always really enjoyed. And like, I just feel like it's really nice to be like, these are the things I want to do. And like, I think for me, that's because I kind of grew up in a home where like, we like did things. Like, my dad would be like, let's go to the Lebanon Valley. Like, let's go to racetrack. My dad would be like, let's go to Six Flags, or like, let's go to Home Depot and just hang out. Like, I like quality time, and like, I like to do things together. And like, I think that's just really important. And I think it's like a really great thing to do together. And like, even with my friends, it's like, we could literally do nothing, but like, I love to spend time together, and like, I'm so down to spend time together. Like, no matter what we're doing, we could literally be going to the grocery store, and like, that's such a great time together. And like, I really think that's so awesome. Like, and it's like, you know, as I've gotten older, like, I am so fortunate. Like, I know I talk about my childhood a lot, and like, for me, I talk about that because like, I say all these things, and like, I have all these perspectives, but the only thing I can really like speak to is my own personal experience. And like, for me, a lot of the things I do now as an adult are all stemming from like me as a child, and like the way I grew up. So like, I just want you guys to know and see where I come from. It's like, this is all I really have to speak through. I like don't currently talk to my parents like a ton. We don't have a very like symbiotic relationship, and like, you know, like, I've come out on the channel before. Like, I remember when I like came out as gay, and like, I'm non-binary, like, I go by they them pronouns, and like, I like came out on the channel, and I was like, hey guys, I just want you to know, like, this is who I am, because like, you know, I am 23, and like, I did just come out like last year, and like, you know, there's still so much that I'm learning about myself, which is like such a wonderful thing. And I remember everyone being like, I remember being like, my parents don't know. And I remember everyone being like, dude, they know. Like, look at you. You look gay. And it's like, those are such positive affirmations within myself of like of like being like, oh, so everyone sees it. Like, good. I'm so glad. Like, I finally feel like me. But it's like, you know, it's like, I unfortunately don't currently have a situation where like my family feels the same way. And like, you know, I did come out to my parents, and like, unfortunately, that did not come out as a situation where we were all kumbaya and like really on the same page, and that sucks. And like, maybe one day they'll change their minds, maybe they won't. At this point in time, I don't really have a relationship with my family. So like, I am so I'm really fortunate because I have a sister, and my sister is my best friend, and there is no one in my life that I'd rather be forced to spend time with. And, you know, she is such a positive influence in so many ways. And, like, she has truly inspired my life. And, like, I think growing up, it's, like, so important that we have positive influence. And, like, I think it's so important that we see things doing things that we also want to do and, like, can be proud of. And, like, I'm just really fortunate for that. And like, you know, like, my sister has been such a great influence in like what I eat. Like, this is something I've kind of talked about on the channel recently. For me, I'm trying to work out more, and I'm trying to move my body because, you know, honestly, I want to like live, and I want to live a great life, and I want to feel good, and like, I don't want to be sick. I don't want to live sick, and like I don't want to put myself in a position where like if I needed help I couldn't get it, or like I'm giving myself diabetes because like I'm just eating not well and like not taking care of myself. And it's like movement is really important, and I don't even like need to work out in the sense of like, oh, I want my body to look like this and this. Like honestly, I really like who I am, and like I really like who I am, and like I want to grow out a place of love, and I want to change out of a place of love. I don't necessarily need my body to look a certain way, but like I don't think it's going to be a bad thing to move my body more. Also, it's like I just want to be healthy, and like I want to feel good. Like I just want to wake up every day and like feel good. And like that's such a luxury that like not everyone has. And like I am really grateful, and like I'm so happy to like work a job that I love. I'm so happy to like be able to kind of eat whatever I want. Like I don't have any allergies. Like I'm so grateful that like I can breathe in a way that like doesn't hurt anymore. And like, I'm not exactly where I'd like to be, but that's something I'm working towards. Like, and like, it's just important for me to get started. And like, I'm not going to put on this pressure on myself that like, I should be this person that I'm not. Cause like, I'm just me, and I'm just trying my best. I am just trying my best. And like, honestly, I think like the way I viewed people and like perspective before was like so different. It's like even when I was a child, I was like practically mute. I like didn't talk. Like I always felt that like every time I talked, I was just annoyed. I was just I feel like every time I talked when I was younger, I was just ignored. So like it just felt easier to like not talk. I was also just really shy, and like that for me when I like got slightly older, like by the time I was in high school, I was like I just like don't want to feel this way anymore, because I think for so long I was just so shy and I was so quiet, and it's like I think I was protecting myself in a lot of ways, but it wasn't necessarily like a good thing. And like I've just like come out of my shell so much, and it's like the way I talk to people now is so different. Like it's not that I don't necessarily like silence, but like I love a cashier somewhere. Like I am I am really fortunate that there is still a human to human contact when you go to stores, and sometimes when I go to corporate stores and like nobody talks to each other, and like nobody like connects, or like you're going to a self checkout to like avoid talking to people, it makes me really sad. I said this in either a podcast or a YouTube video once, but like I'll never forget it. It's like people would rather cross a street than talk to you. And like that makes me really sad. And I don't know how you feel, but like I want to be better. I want to be the change, and like I am so lucky and so fortunate to like not necessarily have such a strong community, but like I'm really fortunate to be able to build community wherever I am. And that's honestly a skill that's taken me a lot of practice. And I'm still not necessarily an expert at it. I'm human. Everyone around me is human. But like, it is something I'm like really excited for. And like, I can't wait to see how I develop with time. I always like to joke that I would love to age like fine wine. That's my like big one. And like, I feel really good. I feel really strong as of right now. I feel really happy. I'm a little bit tired lately, but like, it's because I'm overdoing it at my day job a little bit, and that's okay. And I'm going to figure out balance, whatever that looks like. And I'm just going to strive to do better. I love you all so much. I truly enjoyed this episode today. This just came with a lot of like true flow. And like, I hope you guys enjoyed a lot of the vulnerable things I shared with you. I forever and always want to come from this place of just honesty and connection. And I want you guys to know that, like, I think we're very similar. And, like, I think we are all here for the same reason. And I think we're all, we're all just products of the universe trying our best. And I don't know about you guys, but I want to be the best version of myself. I love you all so much. And I will see you all next time. Bye.